Hey y'all, it's Amanda from the Little Bluebird Gallery, and I am here in my studio today working on a painting, and I thought that I would just let you come along with me. It's been a long time, huh? Kind of overdid it with my live videos. I tried to do 30 live videos in 30 days, and I just really burned myself out. So I had to take a little break and come back when I was more able to handle it. So today what I'm doing is I'm going to turn my camera around to my table in just a minute, but I'm going to take a painting that I've already done. You can see the light's got a little glare on it, but I'm going to change this up and make these sunflowers. Hi Tammy, hi Tony. So that's my plan, and I'm just going to switch my camera around and let you watch me do that. Okay, get it just right here. It's a little bit crooked. Hi Tina, it's good to talk to you all. I know it's been a while. I just had to take a little break from live videos. I kind of overdid it. And as much fun as it is, doing videos can really tire you out. So, hi Beverly and Vicky and Tammy says, hope you are enjoying the pool and rejuvenated. That is the main reason why we invested in that thing, y'all, because I love water. I don't know how many of you feel that way, but some people have to go to the mountains or somewhere scenic, but if I could just get in some water, then I will be recharged. So that's going to be my therapy in the backyard. And since we're in Florida, hopefully I'll be able to do it pretty often. Hi Sandra and Linda. So what I'm going to do is, I've already done paintings like this. I actually did this on a Facebook Live, and I was teaching how to do this. But I need some more fall pieces. And so I'm just going to take my knife and some paint and turn these into sunflowers. Thanks, Deborah. I'm going to completely change this, though. She says she loves the roses. But these roses need to be sunflowers. So that's what I'm going to work on. And there's already so much texture there. You can probably hear it when I'm doing this. But I've already painted something very similar to this that I've got saved and scanned. The file is saved on my computer. So this one was just for the purpose of teaching. And what I need is more fall pieces for licensing purposes. And so I'm gonna redo this one. Okay. Hi, Julie. She says this is her first time watching. I'm glad you're here. Deborah says, I know what I'm doing. I'm not sure that's I'm not sure that's a true statement, but I'm working on it. You may still be able to see a little bit of this pink behind the yellow that I'm going to do on these sunflowers, but that will be okay too, because it won't bother me. I've really got to make a paint order or go buy some paint somewhere. That's the last of my bronze yellow. Karen says, so they will be small sunflowers. Well, you'll see. Some of them may be smaller than others, but I'll show you. Like, I'll just do it. They're not going to be that small because I'm gonna cover up some of this. If y'all can hear that rattling noise, I apologize. It's a fan. It's really hot in my studio. It's just really hot in Florida, period. But I have all these windows, and it's just a hot time of day. So I gotta have a fan going. I'm not even sure when my last live video was, but it's been a few weeks, I believe. So what have you all been doing for the past few weeks? Karen says it's hot in Kansas too. I think it's hot everywhere. Record heat wave. I'm going to let a little bit of that pink still show in some areas. I'm just kind of planning this as I go. Another thing about it being so hot in this room is my paint dries so quickly. Probably need to get some kind of extender so that it would stay wet a little bit longer for me. Tina's asking if I always use bronze yellow for sunflowers. I normally do, yes. For my first coat, my undercoat on the yellow, bronze yellow is my favorite. You could use something like a yellow ochre. That's also, it's very similar. This one's just a little bit lighter. So it's hot everywhere, huh? Deborah says it's hot in New York, and Julie said it's hot in Southern California. I believe it. Sandra said, I make it look so easy. This is the easiest way to paint, in my opinion, because you don't have to be so precise. You can just get the idea of it down and try to let go of being too realistic and perfect with your strokes and your ideas. Then, to me, painting with a palette knife is the easiest and best way. I just love it. Hi, Marnie. She just needs to sign back up. I will let you know. Actually, the group, I'm going to be taking registrations for my painting group through August the 2nd, and then we're going to close for a little while and let me have a little bit of a break from trying to promote and talk about it so much. I don't want to drive everybody crazy, but it allows me to spend more time in the group and less time trying to promote the group. So August the 2nd is going to be the deadline to sign up for the creative community, my online painting group. And that's what Marnie's talking about. She needs to sign back up. And I'm so glad. And I believe I just talked to some of the ladies in our group just a little while ago in our private Facebook group, and I asked what they wanted to paint this coming month. So in August, I think our theme is going to be animals. I'm not sure which animals yet, but I'm getting lots and lots of requests in there for farm animals, things like llamas and pigs and chickens. So, and that's one of my favorite things to do is paint animals. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to do in August. Let's see. Sandra said, how do we sign up? If you go to my website, artbyamandahilburn.com, everything's right there for you. You can just click on the very first picture that pops up. If you will click on that, then it will take you to the page where you can sign up for my painting group. And Karen's asking how much it is. Right now it's $37 a month, and you get a new video tutorial every Friday. Comes out every Friday. And the way it works is we have like a secret page on my website that only people who have paid to be a member of the group can access. So when you pay, then you're going to get an email that asks you to complete your registration, and you'll create your own username and password. And so then after that, you can just go to my website, artbyamandahilburn.com, and at the top it says student login, and you'll be able to just click on that, put in your username and password, and have access to my entire library of painting videos. So it's not just, if you join in July, you don't just get July's videos. You get videos from all the way back to the very beginning. All the painting tutorials that I've ever done, you'll have access to them as long as you are a member of the group. So, and they're just like, if you think about Netflix, for example, do any of you have a subscription to Netflix? What you do is you pay Netflix a monthly fee, and then you're able to log in and watch any of the videos that they have as a member a paying subscriber to Netflix, and that's basically the way my painting group works. You're like a subscriber to my painting videos. And so we add new ones every Friday, plus you get to go and watch and learn from everything that I've ever done in the past. And right now there are, I believe there are over 50 videos in there that you can choose from. And they're sorted by topic and according to the month that we did them. So I have it organized in there so that you can kind of see what you're clicking on, what you want to paint. And we have a private Facebook group also. So the ladies in the Facebook group get to meet one another and talk to each other and show each other what they're working on and post pictures of their paintings and chat. And they've really impressed me with how supportive they are of each other and how helpful they are to each other. And I also go in and answer questions or discuss things in the Facebook group as well. And Renaissance Gypsy says she painted the cotton the other day and it was so fun and relaxing. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I have that's another thing that's on my website is a free video that you can try to see if you like it before you pay to join. And it's also just right there on that home page. When you go to artbymandyhilburn.com, you'll see the free cotton painting tutorial there. So I made some of these small and some of them a little bit larger. This right here is a little bit, I got a little bit too big with that one, so I can cover it up with something else. I'll probably put in some greenery. And that's fine. Thank you, Tammy. Tammy said both groups are wonderful and it truly is a supportive environment. Thank you for saying that publicly. We have not had any problems with anybody in our group as far as being unsupportive or hypercritical or anything like that. All the ladies are really, really sweet and helpful, and I believe some of them have really become good friends. And that was my goal. I wanted to create a place where people could share their work and talk about art and learn and grow together and not feel the pressure of just kind of the creative world sometimes. Thanks, Molly. So now I'm going to add some white to lighten it up a little bit. And I probably should put in some greenery first. Renaissance Gypsy said, I love the style of painting. It's so forgiving. You guys should really think about taking her class. She's such a wonderful teacher. Thank you very much. That's so sweet of you. Let's see. I need some green that's not too... I want this to be sort of a fall-like look, so I don't know. I'm thinking that dark green's not going to show up with this brown background, so I'm going to go with this brighter green and just kind of tone it down just a little bit. If I put a little bit of that in there, it'll... It's going to thicken it up a little bit, and it's going to tone it down just a little bit. Lisa said, is the website artbyamandahilburn.com? Yes, that's it. And the very first page you go to, the first thing that pops up, that big picture at the top of me painting, you should be able to click on it and it will take you to the spot where you can sign up for my painting group. And I really like painting with this method because you can get so messy, and the messier the better, really. Trying to be too perfect with a brush just made it stressful for me. I didn't enjoy painting when I tried to do that. So I wanted to be loose and relax with it, but I was having a lot of trouble trying to do that when I was using a brush. So I switched over to the palette knife, and it helped me a lot. And if you notice, I'm not holding it tightly like this. So if you try to paint while you're holding it tightly like you would a brush, then you're not going to get the same effect. You've got to hold it really loosely. I mean, really, really loosely. So you're just barely holding it and swiping. It takes a little bit of time to get used to. So once you start, you've got to loosen up to begin with. If you're used to painting with a brush and you start using a knife, then it may take you a little while just to get the hang of it. But it's totally worth it if you stick with it and keep practicing. It's so much more enjoyable to me because it's more about placing the right color in the right spot rather than making sure everything looks so realistic as far as details go. But we were talking about my painting group. This month we are doing a beach theme. We usually have a somewhat of a theme every month. So I just released one video on clouds, and we also just did a video on just a soft beach scene. Then we're going to have an abstract beach scene and a blue crab. We're going to paint a blue crab. So those are all for July. And then for August, like I said, I'm letting all the ladies that are in the group kind of vote or give me their idea of what they want to work on, but for the most part, everybody's been talking about animals. So, farm animals, llamas, cute little animal type. I don't know if we're going to do some palette knife and some mixed media also, or what. Let's see. Thanks, Vicky. Karen says she likes the multimedia pages. I enjoy doing mixed media art also. That's one of my favorite things. I really like it. I'm going to do something a little bit different with these, the middles of these flowers. I usually just leave them solid brown like that, but I think I'm going to put in a little bit of this orange, mix it in with this yellow that I got here. Kayla says she's a knitter, so she would love to paint sheep. I've done some goats recently, but I haven't painted sheep in a while. Vicky says she started her first mixed media on Friday, and it is a 24 by 12 Dotson. That's awesome. So Kathy wants to do sheep and cows in the group this month. We'll see. I'm just testing out this look for the middle of my sunflowers, which I usually just leave totally brown. So for some reason, I feel the need to do something different. Roseanne says, cows are always a favorite. Yes. I don't know who the artist was that first started painting cows in the past several years, but they really started something, didn't they? Feeling a little more white in there. Thanks, Roseanne. And Vicki and Deborah. Put a little bit of white in the center, maybe. If I can get it to stick to that brown. Roseanne says this is helping her to be calm while she's babysitting her 2- and 4-year-old grandsons. I'm glad to be helpful to you today. So this looks totally different than the way it looked when I began. And I'm glad because it worked. I think I need to put a little more of a shadow down here. And I will in just a minute. But I needed something that looked a little more fall-like. So that's just a way that you can do that too. You can take something that you've already painted that you're not 100% happy with or you're tired of and turn it into something totally new. So if you're just now coming in and watching, you'll have to go back and watch the replay and see what this looked like to begin with, because it looked nothing like this. And a little more blue. Deborah was not sure about this to begin with, but she's changed her mind, so that's good. Let's see. This gray here, I want to darken up this area right here a little bit, so I can either make this over here lighter or really make a darker spot over here. And I think I'll go with making a little darker spot. And find my, whoops, dark gray. See if it's going to be dark enough. I think I'm going to have to go with black, which is fine. If I can get it open. So I want to have a little bit of a shadow right here. Not too much, but probably going to need to mix it with some white. Okay, that makes me happier. Tony said, does that bottom sunflower still have pink towards the top, or am I seeing things? Nope, it still has pink in there. I'm just going to leave it. Or I could add a little green in there. How about that? That makes you feel better. You can still see a tiny bit of pink in a few spots where those flowers were to begin with, but that was a big spot of it. I agree. So I think I'm going to call it done. Tony said, I was just watching a movie with strobe lights, so I wondered. No, there was pink there. Because it started out with pink roses, and I turned them into sunflowers just because I wanted to. And I needed something a little more fall-like. For some reason, I wanted to put some yellow back here, so I'm going to do that. Go back over my initials a little bit because I covered them up when I was working on my shadow here. And there you go. So if you're just joining, I know some people just joined right at the end here. I will finish up and you can watch the replay and see that these were all pink roses, and I just painted over them and turn them into sunflowers. And those of you who are asking about my painting group, you can just go to artbymandahilburn.com. There's one L in Hilburn. And sign up before August the 2nd, because that's going to be the deadline for that group for a while. I'm going to have to close it up and not have more new registrations for several months. But you get to learn to do things like this. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time.